Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Abu Abdullah and I have been working as a lecturer in English at Panchrukhi Begum Anowara Degree College, Arai Hajar, Narayanganj. Today I will discuss about a nice topic, Unit 1, Lesson 2, about the great leaders of the world. And before going to my topic, I will tell you something about the rules and regulation of our college and about the discipline of our college. And just I'm going to receive you with a warm reception. Actually, I would like to congratulate all and welcome all who have passed SSC exam with a very flying color, with taking a good result, and who have got admission into different colleges throughout the country. And floral welcome and congratulations to those who have got admission into our college. That means Panchrukhi Begum Anowara Degree College. You know, dear freshers, an English for Today textbook has been composed, has been designed for yourself. The book is written according to the 4 language skills: speaking, reading, writing, and listening. Actually, just listening skill will come first, and then speaking, and then reading and writing. Just now, listening, reading, speaking, and writing, all the skills are incorporated each other so that you can learn English properly, you can utilize your English in your practical ways of life. The main purpose of this textbook, I mean English for Today textbook, I am going to tell you to purchase English for Today textbook. And the main aim of this book is to provide ample opportunity of the learners to so that they can use the practical life, they can use English in practical use of life, and they can also gain communicative competence in their respective skills. And in your textbook, I mean an English for Today textbook, the book doesn't disregard the rules of grammar. Actually, the book has incorporated the grammar in not in isolated way, but it is incorporated the grammars in the integrated manner so that you can practice it more and more. And the book incorporated all the grammar items into activities so that you can practice it in its ways of life. And today, I am going to tell you about the communicative competence. You know, what does it mean? Communicative competence refers the ability to use a language appropriately in different situations. You can see, we study English from class 1 to degree classes, but we are unable to use it in our practical way of life. What's the reason behind this? Can you imagine? What's the reason behind this? Why we don't use English in our practical ways of life? Why we don't have any fluency? Why we are unable to communicate each other? Can you imagine? Yes, there are a lot of causes of why we don't use it in English in our practical ways of life. Actually, we study English well, we know grammatical rules, we study it well, we practice it, but that's the main reason why we don't use in our practical ways of life is we have no ability of communicative competence. So we have to gain efficiency of communication. So communicative competence refers the ability to use the language appropriately in different situations. You know, there are 2 ways of developing communicative competence. One is acquisition, another is learning. So what does acquisition means? Acquisition means the ability, acquisition means the natural ways of language. Acquisitions means the natural language. It also refers to mother tongue. Acquisition comes to our mind subconsciously. We don't give any pressure for gaining acquisition. Actually, our mother tongue is the acquisition. Natural language is the acquisition. Acquisition comes subconsciously. It is also called the natural ways of language. It is also called the implicit learning of the language. Actually, every language, every mother tongue is the acquisition of that language. So acquisition will come instantly. We don't aware of the fact that how we can acquire the language, but acquisition have come to our own brain. On the other hand, what does learning means? to learn a language, we have to be conscious knowledge. We have to study it regularly. We have to practice it regularly. We have to know the rules and regulation of the grammar, and we are aware of the fact of that language. That is, acquisition will come spontaneously in our brain. On the other hand, to learn something, we have to practice more and more. We have to struggle more and more. We have to know the ways of language. We have to practice it more and more. We have to conscious what we are reading, what we are studying. Then learning have to be achieved. And after learning, acquisition will come gradually. So learning means the conscious way of study a language, of achieving a language. Both learning and acquisitions are interrelated each other, but whenever we can try to learn second language, we have to study more and we have to learn first, and then after learning, acquisition will come gradually. Acquisition is the spontaneous knowledge of a language. This is also called mother tongue. On the other hand, learning means the explicit knowledge of a language. Now, before going to our topic, I am going to give you a story. I am going to tell you a story, and you can understand about the importance of learning English. Because this is your first class now with me, and I would like to request everybody to join with me so that you can learn something from my class. And you know that just online class, that is the new dimension of both teachers and learners throughout the country. And our government is a very benevolent government who has arranged online class for the betterment of the learners. Actually, our government is always thinking for the greater interest of all types of learners, and that's why they have arranged online classes. And we, the teachers, receive the online classes gladly, and we have taken the online classes regularly. So that is the duty of the learners, to attend online classes regularly and to understand the class, to receive the class with carefully, sincerely, attentively, so that you can learn something from the class. And all types of classes very important. Not only my class, just all classes very important. So you have to be attentive listener and try to understand the class. I understand what the teacher are saying to you, and you have to be attentive. You have to be careful about your respective class. And you know that we have been passing a very critical and crucial situation, and that's why our government are always thinking for you, and that's why they have managed online class, and we are conducting the class according to the prescription of our government. So that's a thankful job for our government. Now I'm going to tell you about a story about the importance of learning English. You know that Ariz and Jarib, they are two friends. Ariz bought a bicycle, and Jarib also bought a bicycle. Both the friends bought two bicycles, but Ariz bought a manual book how to ride a bicycle. On the other hand, Jarib brought out the bicycle in the street. Anyway, Ariz, within 1 week, Ariz is able to complete the book, first chapter of the book, how to read bicycle. Actually, he knows how to ride the bicycle. He knows only the rules, but he don't have any knowledge how to ride the bicycle. On the other hand, Jarib brought out the bicycle in the street. He fell several times, and seeing that, Ariz laughed it. And after 1 week, we can see that Ariz have completed the first chapter of the manual book, how to read bicycle. But Jarib, though he fell several times, but he was able to know how to bicycle fairly well. That is the main fact. Though he fell off several times, but he has learned how to bicycle fairly well. So, learning a language is the same way. Whenever you can learn a language, you can make a mistake more and more. You can make mistakes several times. People may laugh at you when you make mistake, but don't worry. Because through mistake we can learn something. People may mistake. That is the nature of human beings. We are the supreme creature of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we can make mistakes several times. That is the habitual fact of the human beings, that they can make mistake. But he is the best man. He is the best man. Look at me. He is the best man who learned something from mistake. We can make mistake. Learn English the same way. Whenever we can learn English at the first time as a second language, we have to make mistake more and more. But don't worry. You can make mistake, but you will be good person. You will be good boy. You will be good student. Whenever you can learn something from mistake. So, to learn English, we have to get lesson from Arij and Jarif. Actually, both the two friends, they are trying to ride bicycle, but one has finished the first chapter of the book. Another person has known how to ride bicycle fairly well. Learn English the same way. If we know a lot of vocabulary, if we know the rules of grammar, if we know everything, if we study well, but if we are unable to communicate each other, then our learning will be futile. Our learning will be in vain. And that's why we have to be serious in learning English. Now, I'm going to tell you about the great men of the world. You know, what is a great man? What is the famous person? What is the popular person? What is the extraordinary person? Actually, do you have an idea about this? Great men. What do you understand great men? Actually, you know, grace does not make a man great. A man can be great by his own deed and action. I am not a great man. You are not a great man. But can you tell me the name of some great men? Yes, there are a lot of great men throughout the country, throughout the world. You know, our Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, really he is the great man and magnanimous person. He is a great man throughout the world. Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Lee Kuan Yew from Singapore, Mahathir Muhammad, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Martin Luther King, Alexander the King, Fidel Castro, Napoleon Bonaparte, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Winston Churchill. They were the great men and they were the legend in their own lifetime. And so, question may arise, what is great man? What is the great leader? How can a man become great? Actually, a man can be great by his own deed and action. Great man is never created. Is never created. It will born. Great man is born. Great man is never created. That is the talk of the issue. Whether a great man is born or whether a great man is created. Actually, great man is not created. He is born. So, these people, what I have told you before, they were the great men and they were legend in their own lifetime. So, great men, dress does not make a man great. A man can be great by his own deed and action. Actually, to become a great man, you have a lot of contribution for your own nation, for your own country, or throughout the world. You have a lot of contribution. Otherwise, you cannot be a great man. And you know that a great man has several qualities. A leader, popular leader, or a great man has several qualities such as integrity, accountability, visionary, empathy, humility, self-confidence, positive attitude, creativity, strong communicative skills, ability to delegation, innovative, honesty, active listener, decision maker, supportive, emotional intelligence, diplomacy, patience, and open-minded attitude. To become a great leader and to become a great man, we have to achieve such kind of qualities, such as diplomacy or integrity, honesty, accountability. Such kind of qualities lies in the heart of the great man. So, a great man never dies. Though we see they die, but literally we can see they die, but they will never die. They always live into the heart, into our heart. we always remember their contribution. We can get lesson from them. We study them. We try to follow them. Because every people, they may follow the great men. Because great men are our followers. They are the icon of peace. They are the icon of society. They are the model of the society. They are the model of the world. So we the general people, we can learn something from the great men. We have to study great men. We have to research the great men. We have to study our great leaders, because they are the icon of peace. They are the icon of society. They are the image of the country. They are the image or the icon of the whole world. So great men are the mirror of the whole world. We have to learn something by studying the great men. Now you can understand what I am teaching you now. Actually, I will discuss about some great men, and my major lesson is about Nelson Mandela. So before going to my topic, I have to give you something about the great men of the world. And now I will tell you about the leader and leadership. Leader, what is leader and what is leadership? Actually, leaders means the action of leading a group of people or a nation or an organization. If I ask you a question, what is leader? What is leadership? Actually, leader means the action of leading a group or a society, or leading the society, leading the country, or leading the world. And just now, leadership is an art of motivating. Leadership is an art of motivating a group in order to achieving a common goal. Leaders have a common goal, and that's why leaders have to struggle hard to achieve the goal. He has to motivate his common people. He has to motivation power. I previously told you that a leader is the visionary power. He has vision. He has ambition. He has a main motto to reach his goal by any ways. And that's why he motivates his people so that he can reach the culmination of success. A leader can how to motivate the better than anyone else. A leader can motivate the people than anyone else. And we the people have to follow our own leaders. According to John Maxwell, leading is influence. Leading is influence. According to John Maxwell, leading is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. Actually, leader or leading means influence, nothing more, nothing else. Whenever a good leader have to achieve the influence quality, he has the diplomacy power. He has the active listener. He has the ability to take decision properly or appropriately. Now, I am going to tell you about Nelson Mandela. And can you tell me about Nelson Mandela? Do you think he's a great man? Of course, he's the great man of all times. He's the modern. He has the quality of great man leadership. Today I will discuss about Unit 1, Lesson 2, Nelson Mandela, from apartheid fighter to president. Apartheid fighter, I mean Bornobad Birudhi fighter to president. Actually, Nelson Mandela has written a book, A Long Journey to Freedom. And in this book, he told that Mandela is one of the celebrated person in modern world. His autobiographical book, Long Walk to Freedom, aptly describes his lifelong journey to ending apartheid.